Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK, and I'm taking part in a few craft fairs in the next few weeks running up to Christmas, and I thought it would be quite nice to have a hot chocolate bar of chocolate, because you need double chocolate, and a little spoon. Now, I bought these from Amazon. There are stars, stockings, snowmen, gingerbread men in here. You get a pack of 12, I think it was. So I thought that would make a nice gift. I then decided that I would make a little package for them to put on my craft fairs. So I have used the envelope punch board for this, and this is one of my absolutely all-time favourite tools. I will never ever be without it, even although I've lost the kind of rubbery bit that's in there and it now hurts my hand to do it, so I have to put a cloth or something over it to do. But this is just an awesome piece of kit and makes making little pockets like that super easy. It was made for Stampin' Up by We Are Memory Keepers, who still make these, so you can still get them, just not from Stampin' Up. And I used the lovely Reindeer Days Designer Series paper. A lot of the designs, though, are directional, so I picked out this particular one and the one I'm going to use next because it's not directional. Because you start off with a piece of square paper, but you're creating it that way. So it's fine with these little jingle bells and with the check pattern, but if I did it that way, then all my animals are going to be at a very strange angle on my packet. So choose your paper wisely. You can see that my little snowman, well, he's more a snow dog, isn't he? Snow something, and reindeer are at a jaunty angle there, but that's on the inside and we can distract. I used the Frozen Edges stamp set and a 2 3/8 inch circle punch for this, and I've just tied my cute little spoon on with some of this super shiny iridescent striped trim. Okay, so I'm going to make another one, and this time I'm going to show you how to make it without using the envelope punch board. Okay, so it's taken me a while, but I've got there. I've worked it out. So let me move the contents out of the way and we'll concentrate on doing the actual construction. So this piece of Designer Series paper measures 7 1/8 of an inch by 7 1/8 of an inch. Sorry, but it's just that that's the best way to fit what I had. So I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to use it this way. Okay, so that will be showing it at the top rather than sideways reindeer's legs. What I need to do, and I have a template here to show you, is measure 2.5 inches from that top corner on each side. Okay, so 2.5 inches. Make a little pencil mark. It's on the inside. It's not going to matter. 2.5 inches there. Okay. Then on the opposite corner, switch that around, and I'll switch this around. I want to do my 2.5 inches again, but I also, so I'm just making sure I've got that lined up at the end. 2.5 inches. I've got some reflection of my lights on my ruler here, so it's a bit difficult for me to see. 2.5 and 3 1/4 That's not easy to see where that is. So I'll just make it a bit longer on there. Okay, so 2.5 and 3.25. And I'm doing the same here. So 3.25. I've curled that edge somehow. That's 3.5, 3.25. Mark that, and then at 2.5. Mark that. Okay, so we'll put it back to the way I want it to be. And I need to join up this one and this one. So on the bottom you've got 2.5 and then your 3.25. I'm using the 2.5 to join up to that 2.5. Okay, so I'm going to use a longer ruler here. So that's my 2.5 there, and that's my 2.5 there. I'll use my bone folder and just give that a crease like that, and then do exactly the same on the other side. So my 2.5 to my 2.5, which was the one that was easier to see. 2.5, 2.5. Score that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just bend that in and give that a gentle press. Okay, so we're halfway there really. Okay, and then the two marks that are at 3.25 at the bottom piece here, I want to join that up, and that will fold in like so. Then you've got quite a bit of bulk in this piece here. So I'm going to take my snips and just cut that little triangle out like so. Straight up that score line, straight along that one, like that. Come on, there we go. Now, if you have a corner rounder, then you may wish to round these corners here. Again, Stampin' Up no longer sell a corner rounder, but you can get them elsewhere. That's one of the great things about the envelope punch board though, is it has a corner rounder included. Right, so I'm going to try and distribute my hot chocolate so it's not all at the bottom. That goes in there. You can take out your pencil marks if you so wish, especially the top ones there. Then bring this up, this over, or one of them over, it doesn't really matter which way you do it. And then I've got my glue. I'm just going to put a little bit on that piece there and on that bit there, just to hold it in place when I put that down like that. You might want to take them out and then be able to give that more of a press down. There we go. Right, so just needs a little bit of decoration now. Get rid of that and bring in my piece of white, and I'm going to stamp this with real red. And snuggle up and hope for snow. Doesn't really have to be for Christmas. You could give this in the run up to Christmas, or after Christmas, or to someone who does not celebrate Christmas, because it's just a nice little thing to do, isn't it? To snuggle up, hope for snow, have some hot chocolate, and a bar of chocolate. Okay, so that's my 2 3/8 circle punch, which is an online exclusive product, so still very much available as I'm recording this. Then what do I want to do? I think I'll stick with the balmy blue. Ink that up. And oh, I haven't put my sticker on this yet, I forgot. You can bring it down a little bit further because there is a bit of an edge there. Like so. And then I have put the sticker on this one. It's a rather large snowflake stamp, but we can just use bits of it around and about. Nice little bits here, like so. Just going to put a little extra in there. And there we have it. Our sentiment is ready. We need our ribbon. Let me just close up these ink pads though, before I smudge anything, get more ink on me. Right, so I want some ribbon. To put on here. And I'm just going to tie, I need a longer bit, don't want to run out, tie a little knot there, like that. And I'm doing it in the middle here, not quite the middle, but further over than I should, but I can move it once I've tied it. It's just a little bit easier to do when it's supported. So put my spoon on, and then I'm just tying that tight around my spoon, and then a bow. I can grab that. And there we go. Now, loops are a little bit big, so pull them back and then tighten again. It's still a little bit bigger. There we go. I'm happy with that. I get my ribbon scissors. Chop that bit off. Chop that bit off. You could leave it like that, but I've got my little cute sentiment. I'm going to move this just down a little bit and over a little bit. And I've got dimensionals to add to this. And I'm going to put them at the top and at the bottom. Take the backings off. Clear up my desk. And then pop that on there, so the ribbon should be in between. Yes, it is. And there we have it. Snuggle up and hope for snow. 2 yummy hot chocolate and chocolate bar treats with a little seasonal spoon on there as well. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please do click on that subscribe button, click the bell, get a notification the next time I upload a tutorial. I hope you sell well at my craftware. Until the next video, take care. Bye bye.